Time Slips and Exploration. November 10, 2014. Dear ones, many of you are waiting for time to shift. It has. This ascension is of joy and ease. So for you to be frightened or greatly disoriented by a time shift would be counterproductive. Perhaps you thought your clock time would seem so different that you would know when time shift predictions became reality. For in your logical thinking, you must measure or distinctly note something before it can be reality. Of course, you have long used faith in your religious processes. And most of you reading this message have retained New Earth faith despite obstacles. But time is not something you have ever accepted on faith. Before clocks, you, as a species, based your time and seasons on visible and predictable sun and moon patterns. You awoke with the sun and slept when the moon appeared. Now your clocks, in your mind, inform you of the exact time, ignoring that your clock times adjust according to sun patterns and geographic location. So you continue to follow the sun despite your thoughts to the contrary. The sun is shifting, so your time is shifting. Not by hours a day, but minutes and seconds. Just enough to move you out of balance with the old. Perhaps this sounds preposterous, for you continue to wake up to an alarm clock and retire to sleep at a designated time. Yet, your days, hours and minutes seem to fly by. What happened to yesterday? It was just spring moments ago, was it not? So you lose a second here and a moment there. Many claim that such happens with age. That as a youngster your summers seem to last forever and now time flies. Such is true to a certain extent. You experience more adventures as an adult than as a child. But this time shift is beyond the belief that time moves faster as you become older. You are missing more 3D time than ever before, for you are most often not of 3D. Perhaps you wake up in your 3D bed only to discover it is mid-afternoon seemingly minutes later. What happened to during that time? You are moving through different dimensions and frequencies throughout your waking and sleeping hours. Now you want proof that you are no longer of a 3D frequency. That you are zooming between dimensions and frequencies throughout your days and nights. Such cannot yet be proved, for you have not lifted the veil of knowledge. But you will within the next few months. For first your spiritual segments agreed to this skill set. Then your emotional pieces adjusted to flitting between dimensions and frequencies. Finally, your physical being tested the soundness of your physical body for doing so. You have discovered that you are quite capable of zooming from place to place while retaining enough Earth segments so no one notices your travels, including you. If many are flitting from place to place, how will 3D Earth remain intact? You are now of more segments of your totality than ever before on Earth, allowing you to designate some as frequency travelers gathering information of interest to your totality, and others to more fully experience Earth. It is a conscious and delightful sharing of experiences and information. How does such exploration differ from your night dreams? In the old 3D, your sleep dreams were a sounding board of sorts for your awake fears and activities. And while some of you ventured beyond your 3D lives, most did not. Your dream explorations were of one dimension of your being. The flights of fancy, we might add, you are now adding to your totality of knowledge, include time travel, dimension hopping, and frequency shifts. All to discover the arena most comfortable for the majority of your segments. Perhaps you asked yourself what dimension you are most comfortable in and with months ago when that assignment was given. It is time for you to reassess, for you are no longer that entity. You are a new you with new interests and skills. So it is that you are exploring various dimensions and frequencies. Your totality is selecting your comfort zone instead of just your inner being. Such is a difficult concept to understand, for you believe your inner being is your true compass in all aspects of your being. And so it was and continues to a large extent. But it is a compass that is rapidly shifting as you find more and new true norths of your being. What was important yesterday, most likely is not that important today. Such is so because you are exploring new lands and functions within your time slips, causing you to continually shift your being to the new you. Such is not meant to frighten you, for you are comfortable establishing long-term goals days, months or years in advance. With time slips, you are shifting interests and needs much more rapidly than general 3D life can account for. Soon, very soon, you will explore your new ventures/time slips with enough segments of your being so you are fully aware you are doing so. Others will do the same. Once you adapt to time slips, you will glory in the fun of exploring this and that with your total being. A bit like the difference between visiting a library or discovering answers to your questions via your computer at 3 in the morning. Even though you gather information in both venues, a computer is much easier and faster. So it is in the not-too-distant future, you will question a historical time, dimension or frequency, and instead of using your computer skills to find the answer, you will explore it personally. A new toolkit skill you are adjusting to at a pace correct for your physical being. Allow yourself to float through your day or night, for you are testing your being, so when the veils of knowledge you are now hiding from yourself slip aside, you will have mastered another new skill. So be it. Amen. Channeled by Brenda Hoffman. www.lifetapestrycreations.com